In this video, we're going to demonstrate some of Subscribe 360's features when it comes to events and conferences. So looking at things such as the event record, how you can book on as a member and book on as a non-member. We'll also demonstrate the booking process. We'll have a look inside Subscribe 360 to see all the event opportunities that are created. We'll also demonstrate how a booker can make payment towards their booking. In Subscribe 360, we've got a specific S360 event app available for all users who control and manage your events. A few dashboards to look at. First of all, we've got the events overview, so we can see a list of the current events, past events, events with a waiting list. We can also see how full our events are, and also the current number of events in the month, and we can break that down by type. We've also got a couple of supplementary supporting dashboards. So we've got a dashboard to control or manage your event bookings. So here's all the event opportunities that are in progress. Here's all the ones that are finished, tasks relating to events and tasks relating to event bookings. We've also got an event finance dashboard, so you can compare your income and expenditure per event for current ones, past ones. You can also see your revenue versus your costs. So let's go in and look at an event record. We see events in the left-hand menu. As with all other parts of Subscribe 360, we have different views available, so we can show you the active events, the current events, and the inactive events. Let's just leave it on active, and let's look at this one, the Antiques Car Show 2022. Events, as you'll be aware, are quite complex things to run, so obviously we've allowed for all areas of event management in Subscribe 360, so we can control the event itself, the price list, so the tickets that are on it, your start and end dates, your attendee limits. You can control some aspects of marketing. You can also log whether your event is eligible for CPD, and if it is, you can choose your award for CPD very easily. You can control the venue. You can control how the booking procedure goes through on the portal and the options that are available to your bookers, all through records inside Subscribe 360. We've got a list of all the event attendees and their status, are they booked, are they pending. You can control your ticket limits. You can also see your profit and loss for the event, so it will compare your income versus any costs. For multi-day events, you can also break your event down into different days and make different tickets available for each day. And you can also control event sponsorship through Subscribe 360. So we can see here a list of event sponsors and also applications for sponsorship. So let's jump out and look at that on the Subscribe 360 portal. Looking at the portal, now bear in mind I am not logged in at the moment, so I can see a list of events and conferences that are available to non-members. So I can see that straight from here. If I want to view the details on events, so the one that we've just looked at, I can click on the details here. I can see when the event is running, I can see where it's running, I can see the breakdown of tickets, I can see the options that are available on this event, I can also see the event programme. I've also got access to a handy map showing how to get to the event. Now, it's noticed that I'm not logged in. So, if I want to book, I need to log in first. I can also log in through the normal portal sign-in area, but I'm going to log in through here. Now that I've logged in, I can now book. Before we look at that booking process though, let's look at the effect of having member or member-only events. All of the events that you can see on this page are set to not be member-only. But if a member logs in and goes to the portal, they can also see under member events, any events that are set to be member only. So I can see here there's a members social events in Aberdeen that's available to members, but is not available in the normal event listing. That's controlled by a very simple flag on your event, which is here, members only. If I switched Antiques Car Show to be members only yes, it would drop out of the publicly available listing and appear in the members only area. So let's go in and let's try and book on to an event. Now the first event I'm going to book onto is our seasonal dinner. So I can see here, I can view the seasonal dinner details. I can see the member tickets are free and the non-member tickets on this event are free. I'm going to book. So the user, the website visitor, is taken through a guided process for booking onto that event. I can add myself onto the event. I'm not going to add accessibility or dietary requirements, not in this case. And the system is intelligent enough to realise I am already booked on that event and therefore will not let me book myself back on. I can book other people, but I can't book myself onto that event now. So let's look at one where I'm not registered. So let's look at the Antiques Car Show 2022. I'm going to book onto this event. I'm first asked, how did I hear about this event? Well, I received one of the promotional emails. I am happy to accept the terms and conditions, and this time I'm going to add myself onto the event. And I'm going to take the full event ticket that covers all 3 days. I'm then asked which options I want to take. I'd like to take breakfast on day 1, and I'm going to come to both sessions on day 1. On day 2, I'm going to come to the session, but I don't want a drink and I don't want breakfast. I get the choice of adding another person, so let's do that. I'll add another person. They're also going to take a full event ticket. I'm going to supply details of that person. Just put details I need in for this booking. Just to note, I was asked about any guest details because I had marked the event as being open to guests. You can mark your event as not being open to guests, and your bookers are not invited for that information. So I've added my people. I'm asked my billing address. One of the options you have on an event is to choose whether or not you're going to capture shipping details as part of the booking process. Perhaps you've got a lanyard to send out, in which case, if it's selected yes, the next screen will ask me for my shipping details. If the event doesn't require shipping details, that stage will be missed. I can see the summary screen, so it confirms back to me my billing details, the attendees that I'm booking on, and the options that they've taken. And I also get the choice of paying online, pay bill by invoice with a purchase order, or bill by customer credit account. Again, these options are configurable on the event. If you only pick pay online, that's the only option that's selected for the user. I'm going to select bill by invoice, and I'm going to confirm my booking. It confirms to me that a booking has been made. I can have a look at my invoices in the system. So I can see here's an invoice being raised for me. I can choose to pay that, or I can choose to not pay that at the moment. If we look inside Dynamics 365, on the Profit and Loss tab, I can also see the invoice has been generated here. I can see the invoice has been associated with the event, and that will feed into the revenue for the event. But what's important to note is at the moment, payment has not been made. So the event attendees that have been created, you'll see here, Daniel McKinnell, Ewan McMaster, are both pending. So what I'll do is I'll go and make the payment, and they will become confirmed attendees. So let's go in and pay this one. So I've got the choice of uploading a purchase order, but I'm just going to pay this invoice off. So I've now paid the invoice. Come back into Subscribe 360, and we see Daniel McKinnell and Ewan McMaster are now booked attendees on that event. So I can now go to each of those people. So let's go to this person. I can see all of the event attendee records for them, so each event that they've attended. I can also, in the portal, so I go to my portal, I can look at my event bookings. I can see the past events that I've come to. I can see the details of them. I can see my bookings for upcoming ones. I can see the details of those event bookings, or I can manage them. Now, on this event, cancellations are not permitted. So the portal tells me that. But you can set with a flag on the event whether or not cancellations are permitted. So let's do that. You see here it's set to allow cancellations no. Let's set that to yes. Now I can request cancellation. So as you can see, the portal journey and the options that are available to your bookers and all the details of the events are all controlled with very simple records held in Subscribe 360. Come in here, let's just confirm, let's go back to the event dashboards, and we can see in here an event booking. There's a new one opportunity worth £210.